the way the company worked is you could either take the commission or you could bank machines.
Oh.
And so I would take my first sale as commission, so I have some spending money in college. And then every other sale, I would bank machines. When I was done school, I had 700 machines, like 700 plus machines of my own.
Yeah.
And then so I came back here and opened it and started selling them here, started my own little company out of my garage, parents' garage. And then built it up and ended up getting into air purifiers and stuff too, and had 8 offices across Southern Ontario. Listen, no, like the whole tear thing is great. Like, you know, he's pushing a false negative on people. He's saying that we run a 25% deficit.
Yeah.
And it's not that, it's the difference between the amount of money we spend is 25%, but we have 30 million people, they have 300 million people.
Yes,
so if in theory, we're actually spending way more on American products than America's spending on Canadian products, if you think about it. If it's only a 25% deficit with 30 million people buying that much compared to 300 million, it's just like twisting. You know, even like parents and stuff, like they almost baby their children and stuff because they say, oh, they have special needs, you know. But no, they're so capable. You just got to push them.
Yeah.
And like obviously you push them in a positive way, not a negative way, or push them hard. You know, you push them. It's all positive. Like what I coach, for me personally, it's all positive reinforcement. Even if it's something that I'm trying to say, like you didn't do it right, I'll be like, you know, that was a great effort, but what do we try doing it this way and see how that works?
Flushing, I'm flushing. They can't change what they thought, and they can't change what we really are. What they thought. We've been getting busy from the very start. Taking no days off. Made our way straight out to the world. And I won't change for nothing. Big dog when I came up from the trenches, now I'm buzzing.
That I'm getting rich. They mad I'm pissed that I'm getting rich. They mad I got a banner from the gift.
Big dog when I came up.
They mad I'm pissed that I'm getting rich.
For YouTube now, man, it's got to be like a documentary style video or no one will watch it. It's got to be so high end, man.
Yeah.
You look back, like, you look back 10 years ago, guys are filming on their iPhone 3s, and it's like all chalky and staticky, and they're getting 1 million views. No. Now you gotta you gotta put $10,000 into each video or no one watches it. It's ridiculous. And it's all about what's hot too, right? Like the algorithm's so frustrating. Like if you're not into a hot category, they don't push your product. Like, well, it was super hot for a while, and then the recreation side switched over to golf on YouTube, and the fishing videos just took a dive, like going from 10K views to 1K overnight, just because they were pushing golf content.
No control.
Yeah, no control over the algorithm whatsoever. You just got to try and manipulate it the best you can.
We are rolling.
All
right, Matt Bowers.
I'm here.
Good to have you on the show, buddy. Good to have you.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute.
Time too, right?
It's been a minute for sure.
Yeah, man. So tell me, it says on here that you're from Tilsonburg.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm residing now. From Oakville, but that's where I'm living.
Why from Oakville all the way? How did you end up?
Mom and dad moved out there like 15 years ago, and because my aunt and uncle were out there, so they moved to be out there with them. And then I was living here in Oakville, had the condo here and stuff, and just sick of the busyness. And the house beside them came up for sale, so jumped on it, bought it, and moved out there to be closer to family.
So how long was the drive? How long did it take you to get here?
With no traffic, with light traffic, it's an hour and a half, pretty much bang on. Trafalgar Road to my house is an hour and a half dead, like with no traffic. But it can be up to 3-4 hours if you get stuck in traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what a time to be alive, eh?
Yeah, so, it's unique, to say the least.
What do you find interesting that's going on right now?
With all the politics craziness going on right now, like especially even today, like yesterday, the tariffs went live.
Yes,
and it's just crazy. The whole thing is nuts, man. I'm not sure what he's thinking. I don't know if he's trying to start World War III all over again, or
you don't think that he's just trying to make, like you said, make America great. Like at the end of the day, I feel that Canada's really being under their wing. Like
Yes and no. Like the whole terror thing is crazy. Like, he's pushing a false negative on people. He's saying that we run a 25% deficit.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It's the difference between the amount of money we spend is 25%. But we have 30 million people. They have 300 million people. So if in theory, we're actually spending way more in American products than America's spending on Canadian products, if you think about it. If it's only a 25% deficit with 30 million people buying that much compared to 300 million, it's just like twisting words. That's the thing. Like he's manipulating people by twisting words, and I get it. That's what politics is across the board. They're all crazy. I don't like any of them personally. Like I don't love talking about politics, but at the same time, I like to be informed because you got to make an educated decision. So we have to have an educated decision in your mind. So like obviously, I've been looking into everything.
Yeah, because like for me, I never really paid attention to politics. Yeah. Until I got older and certain things started to affect me, and I'm just trying to see certain things, and I wish I'd paid attention.
See, I'm fortunate. My parents have always pushed on me, like, knowledge is power. So the more you know, the better off you are. And so I've like, I wasn't hardcore when I was younger, don't get me wrong. Like now I do my own studying and I try and stay up to date as much as possible. But I've always sort of known what's going on and what's going to affect me, especially because my dad worked for the government growing up. Like he worked for the Peel Board of Education. He was heating and pneumatic controls, like boilers, air conditioning, that kind of stuff. But so, lots of things could affect him if the government goes crazy because he's a government employee. So, I always wanted to make sure what was going on, obviously have my parents in mind when I'm going to the polls and things like that. So I've always stayed up a little bit, but a lot more now because like you said, when you have your own life and your own bills, you got to look out for you too, right? And make the smart decisions. So
I guess you're not with us becoming the 51st state.
If it's actually a state, it's a possibility. But if it's what they did to Puerto Rico, never in a million years. Like they turned Puerto Rico into a territory just to take all their natural resources, and I think that's what they want to do to Canada.
I never thought of it.
I think they want to take us into a territory so that they have all the access to us, but we don't get any of the benefits of being American.
So you're basically saying if you don't feel that was a thing, you'd be all for it.
Well, not like at the end of the day, we're so close and we're so like, we share a massive border, the biggest land border in the entire world for any country, for another country. So at the end of the day, if we all became one, it would just create more of a power, compared. And there's some policies in the US that I like compared to Canadian. Like I like the fact that Americans can defend themselves, whereas it's really hard in Canada to have a home weapon.
Yes.
Like especially the way the world's going, who knows what you're going to need. There's people robbing and stealing and everything every day.
Straight into people's house, man.
Yeah.
And they told you to leave the keys at the door.
In Tillsonburg, it's crazy. We've had home invasions like crazy in the last year. Like literally midday, guys walking in with pistols, home invasions.
Oh man!
And so like it would be phenomenal if I could defend myself. I lived in Texas for 4 years when I went to school. So I went to Baylor for 4 years for basketball. Down there, completely different than it is in Canada, right? But I like the way they do things down there. You come onto my property and you're unwanted, I'm gonna make sure I'm safe. But other than that, Canada's got some great things going. Like at the end of the day, if you need to go to the doctor, it's free.
Yes.
Free healthcare does have its downsides, of course. Like if you need something major quick, it's not going to happen because it's all cost versus reward. But if you break your arm, you're going to get a cast the next day. It's not going to cost you 20 grand. You get a sniffle, you can go to the doctor, get some medication. It doesn't cost you $250 to go see a doctor. But other than that, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about power. I just told to make sure that other people aren't coming to trying to intimidate or take over, and if we do join as one, obviously we become a massive power. The US has a crazy military and Canada has the top elite forces, special teams in the world. Like JF2 are literally the best special forces in the entire world. We train like SEAL Team 6, all those things. And people don't know that because they don't get talked about because they're the ones that go in when nobody knows they've ever gone in. But so, to put the best special forces with the massive military, that becomes pretty crazy, right?
So earlier you were talking, you were just saying that you played basketball at Baylor. I took a lot of information while we were walking up here, and you're like, you played D1 basketball?
Yeah, man.
Like, what? I didn't know that. But I knew you played ball, but I didn't know that you were playing D1 Baylor.
Yeah, growing up, I played against like all the guys that our generation, like Jamal McGlure, played against him at Morningstar because I went to school in Mississauga. I went to a private school, and we played the Peel League. So I played all those big names growing up, and I played for the Mississauga Monarchs rep team. I played on their 19 and under team since I was 14.
Oh, you're nice then.
Yeah, so I could shoot and I could jump back in the day when I was young. Now I can't because I'm broken. But
yeah. So let me ask you this. So you're aware when the Raptors first got their team?
I was at the draft. I went to the original draft. Yeah, sitting third row. My dad and I went to that original draft when everybody wanted them to take the guy from UCLA, Ed O'Bannon, and they didn't. They take Damon.
I remember that.
Love it. And Ed O'Bannon, played 10 games in the NBA? That was a very uneducated
That's
thought.
crazy that we almost picked him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And the fans were like booing, which I thought was crazy because I thought it was going to be the dumbest pick they could have ever made. And it turned out to be true.
Because I remember watching basketball before the Raptors was out. Every so often, a Chicago Bulls game would show up. But other than that, there was no basketball being played out here.
Here's a crazy story with Chicago Bulls. Year one for the Raptors, I was at the Chicago Bulls game where Jordan hit the game-winning shot, but it was just after the buzzer. And Toronto won. I was actually in the halftime show too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You made me go back and watch that, bro.
Yeah. AMJ Campbell, Toronto's son, put on a competition. I rode in, put in my entry, and I got picked. And it was like a family relay race. And I got a signed ball for the original team Raptors, all signed. Because we won. Yeah, it was cool. Free tickets to the Jordan game. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. And that's when they were playing in the Sky Dome.
Yeah, we were standing in the middle of the outfield behind the bleachers.
Yeah.
Yeah, waiting to go on for the halftime show.
I remember watching something, and then one of the players were like the players that used to come down to play against the Raptors. They were just like, yo, bro, legit, you would see birds flying.
Oh, yeah. yeah. We were literally standing in the middle of the outfield of the Rogers Center behind the stands because that's where the tunnel went into.
Yeah. And what's crazy about it is that we were there from the beginning, got to see this team from the very beginning, and they won the championship.
Yeah, and crazy luck too, right? Man. We picked up.
You think so? You think it's luck?
Well, almost every championship's luck at the end of the day.
Why do you say that?
Because it takes a perfect cards to fall, right? These teams are all so good in the NBA, and there's so much talent. That year, if Durant didn't get hurt and Klay Thompson didn't get hurt, did we win in 6? Probably not. We probably went to Game 7 back in Golden State. That might be a tough win.
I have a video of me literally during the season watching them ball. They were playing Golden State, and I think we played them twice for the year.
Yeah,
we never lost
once at home and once on the road.
Yeah, and we never lost it. I'm like, yo, these guys is looking like a championship team because their defense, bro.
Oh yeah,
their defense was off the chain.
Had a great core, and then adding Kawhi Leonard, and then at the trade deadline, adding Marc Gasol. What a great pickup!
Yeah, man.
I know we gave up Valanciunas, who was young and a big boy.
I didn't like that we gave him up.
But you have to give us something good to get something good, right? And Marc Gasol was a veteran that's been in the playoffs before, been to the NBA Finals before. He hadn't won, but he had been there, so pick up a great veteran to add to that team with such a high basketball IQ. Guy could barely dunk at 7 feet tall.
I was happy for him, man. The way he was turning up at the parade, he was turning up, bro.
Yeah, it's sad that Kawhi left, but at the end of the day, it might have been a blessing in disguise because he's played, 50 games since he's left here?
Yeah. We would end up cussing him out, man.
Yeah.
We would end up being like, yo, get rid of this guy.
Yeah, it's the same
That's
thing.
how I feel.
The same thing with the Clippers. Yeah, they put together this great team and they went nowhere because they were hurt every day.
We have the tendency to do that.
Yeah, well, Toronto,
Carter.
It's tough too for Toronto to get free agents in all sports. It's for some weird reason, American players and stuff don't like coming to Canada, and I don't know why.
You don't taxes.
Well, originally, that's one thing, but I know originally, especially in the NBA, in Canada, so the government, which is the Harper government, I believe, when the Raptors first started, he made it so they had to get paid in Canadian. because they were working in Canada. And so, like, say $1 million a year, if you were in Toronto, I think in Toronto Raptors, you only got $1 million Canadian, whereas if you played for the Knicks, you got $1 million American.
Imagine that,
and that's a big difference in money, especially, and we have high taxes. So I know originally that was a big issue, but it's not like that anymore. They get paid in American dollars now to play for the Raptors, but we do have very high taxes, you know, and it's hard to write stuff off when you're not living and working here permanently, right? So so the state, do you currently watch basketball still? A bit. It's tough. Like it's so rigged now, man.
It's tough, though.
Like it's a money-making machine, and that's all it is now. And you can see that the refs blatantly make games go one way or the other. And because it's all about the betting and the casinos making their coin because they're giving kickbacks.
I watched on TV the other day on YouTube. And I think it was Dominique Wilkins. And he was saying that, I think it was during the All-Star game.
Yeah.
They took him out. The NBA told them to take him out because they wanted somebody else to like win MVP or something.
Right.
All-Star MVP, or they did. So I was just like, that really opened my eyes to be like, damn, this shit is rigged. I love ball, bro. Like I love ball. Like I like the art of it. I love the aspect. It's a team game.
For sure. That's like, I loved watching Golden State like in their prime because they passed the ball so beautifully. Like they played basketball.
But
like
the game's changed.
Yeah,
bro.
now it's all one-on-one. Like give
everybody
me the ball,
just come up to score,
jack
shoot
threes
up.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean?
If you're a good three shooter, shoot them. But guys are shooting 25%, jacking 10 threes a game.
You're on a 3-2 break.
Yeah.
Both guys are running to the 3-point line instead of cutting
broken.
to the, the game is broken, bro.
Yeah. And like it's crazy. So and it's wild. Like, you know, talking about the All-Star game.
Like you can't hand check no more.
No, you can't do anything. That's what I mean. These guys are so soft now, man. It's hilarious. Like, and then I forget who it was, but one of the older players, I'm trying to think of his name right now, but he used to play for the Wizards center. But anyways, it'll come to me. But he does like NBA talk sort of stuff now. He has like a podcast and stuff. Yeah. And he was saying, you know, the All-Star game fell apart when the old generation stopped being in it. He's like, it ended with Kobe. He's like, because they cared and they would never go out and let somebody else beat
Kobe
them.
wants to show you I'm the best right now.
Yeah, well, like Kobe didn't even let Jordan get the MVP in his last All-Star game. He made sure that he didn't win and he didn't get the MVP because he said he wouldn't respect me if I gave it to him.
What I seen with the hockey was pretty big.
I love that 4 nations. It was beautiful.
I think the NBA should take
I love
like
the
6 teams, 6 countries, you know?
Yeah,
France.
or even 4 countries and do a world team, do a Canadian team, do a Europe team, and do a US team. Yeah. And then so you can have like all Africa and South America and all those teams as like a world team. Have Canada, US, Europe, and a world.
Yeah, because it's hard to watch now.
The All-Star game, like these guys just don't care. Yeah. They don't care. And you know, as much as I respect LeBron as a basketball player, I'm not a huge fan of him overall. I think he's done some very questionable things. But you know, he's the biggest issue because he's the face of the league and he doesn't care.
Yeah, I seen somebody say something like, bro, he's not gonna beat you one-on-one. Like he's the only player that can dip his shoulder and like not get caught for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
like he's got all the talent.
His IQ's high as fuck.
I'll never discount his talent. Is he the best? Obviously not. As you can see by the way I'm talking, there's only one best, and that's number 23, MJ.
Yes.
But you know, he's guaranteed top 5 in the history of basketball, if not top 3. You know, depending who you're talking to. But you know, it's just like the game's so different. I guess like I don't know if he could have handled back in the day, or if he played back then, he sure wouldn't have played 20 years.
So who's your Mount Rushmore? Okay, I seen something yesterday. Who do you think changed the game? Like I seen the Mount Rushmore that I seen. Let's call it the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
The Rushmore that I seen was Jordan.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yep.
LeBron. And Steph Curry.
So I'll go a little farther back though for people who's actually changed the game, like have had the NBA have to adapt to them rather than the other way around. So start obviously with Will Chamberlain. You know, dude literally was a man among boys. Different era, whole different, but obviously you got to put him
I never got to see him play. I wish I could have seen
I've seen video, obviously. You know, he was before my time too. But, you know, he's got to be on there just because he was literally a man among boys. You know, he was playing against post office workers, you know, at 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
But then obviously Michael Jordan. But you got to put Bird and Magic in there too, because they paved the way for Jordan.
Yes,
truly,
yes,
like
yes,
their
yes.
rivalry and the way that they brought the game of basketball across all colors too. Because you have people from every race and color loving Bird, and race every color loving Magic, and then paved the way for Jordan, who just took it up a notch. And then obviously Kobe followed in the footsteps of Jordan and did it
Like
great.
literally, it's crazy.
Literally, they were a spinning image of each other, and he just wanted to outdo them, right?
Yeah,
and
yes,
they
yes,
were
yes.
best of friends, like brother relationship, and then but you got to put Shaq in there too. Shaq's literally the most dominant NBA player has ever seen. Like no one's ever seen somebody as dominant as Shaquille O'Neal. That guy has point guard skills with the biggest body in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like he was a freak of nature. Like I got to see him late in his career when he played for the Heat.
Yeah.
And I was courtside.
Yeah.
And when that man ran by, the whole floor shook.
Yeah.
Yet
that's
he was
a-
running
yeah,
faster
man.
than the point guards.
What do you think? What about Iverson, bro?
Oh yeah, I think
Because that's
there
what I
you
seen
go.
in the comments. Everybody was like, "Yo, what's
Yeah.
going on, Iverson?" And then I was thinking, like, "Oh, KD, like,
Well,
we're talking
like,
about
there's
6'1"
a lot, right?
with
It's
handles. and-
hard. Yeah, like Iverson, of course, for the handles and the pure scoring. Like,
Yeah.
that guy. I would put him one-on-one against anybody,
Yeah.
and I think he'll cook him.
Yeah.
Even Jordan, even Kobe, like that guy just could score the basketball.
Yeah.
And then KD, and then Steph, of course. Literally, the whole world now just plays three-pointers because of Steph Curry. He literally changed the whole NBA to like, let's shoot from 40 feet because it's fun.
Welcome to Beatdown Music, where your sound meets excellence. We specialize in top-tier music production, from custom beats and mixing to mastering and full project development. Whether you're an artist ready to drop your next hit, a podcaster looking for the perfect theme, or a brand in need of a signature sound, we've got you covered. At Beatdown Music, it's not just about making music. It's about creating moments, building vibes, and bringing your vision to life. Let's work. Let's build. Let's make something unforgettable. Beatdown Music. You know what it is.
Yeah, me and you been talking known each other for a while, and I always wanted to ask you how about the back, man. How's?
Oh, it's horrendous. I wouldn't wish this upon my mortal enemies. Not that I have any, but
Yeah.
It's been like what happened when I was 29. So
Oh, man.
it's been like 17, 18 years now.
Bro, the other day I shoveled. But I hurt my back I was down for like 4 or 5 days. So when you were saying, you had this issue since you're 29, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and like mine's inoperable, and that's the worst part about it because it's on the interior of my spine.
Yeah.
And so like if they have to like cut open your stomach and move all your organs, and then all your nerves are there, so you can like get paralyzed so easy when they're doing the operation. And they don't even do it in Canada. I'd have to go to Germany to get it, and it's like 500 grand. And if it goes bad, I lose my free health care. It's wild.
Yeah. So what? Like you're just in like constant pain, or like certain things?
All day it's just numbing like pain, and then if I do too much, it like feels like somebody has their hand in my lower back like this into my stomach, and then I throw up from it because the pain gets so bad and it's pulsing my stomach, and it makes me sick for days.
So is there like any way that you could like relieve the pain? Or
Yeah, lay down for extended amounts of time.
Yeah.
Like laying down's my best position, like flat on my back. And,
So you don't want to take anything for it?
Oh yeah, I'm on like the most highest levels painkillers the world can get right now.
That's how it is, eh?
Yeah, I've been on them since it happened, and it's never stopped.
So what? How did this happen? How did it happen?
Well, it actually, so I was crazy. After I retired, like sold my company, I was bored, so I went to Best Buy, and I was working as the general manager of the home theater department just for something to do.
Yeah.
And I leaned forward to move a TV that was like crooked in front of, like, the ones you could like pick up and walk out with.
Yeah.
And it was crooked. I leaned forward and I heard a pop, and I was locked at like a 45-degree angle, and they had to come and carry me to the ambulance because I couldn't move.
Yo, you wish you probably never touched that TV.
Yeah, but I was in a really bad car accident like 8 months before that.
Oh.
So that might have been like the start of it, and then that was the last straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing when I bent over that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in a really bad car accident. My car was in 3 pieces.
What happened?
I got hit by a drunk 18-wheel guy driving a
Oh
semi
my
truck.
goodness,
that was
bro!
drunk.
You never ever told me that.
Yeah, he T-boned me coming through an intersection up in Barrie when I was up there and working. And and my car split into 3 pieces. That's how hard he hit us.
So it's the whiplash that fucks up your back.
I think so, yeah. Like I was literally I was sitting in the driver's seat of my car and there was no passenger seat, no back seat.
Damn.
And then like my buddy was in the passenger seat on the other side of the road and my buddy was in the back half of the car down the road. None of us got seriously hurt. Like I was the worst injured because he hit my side.
Yeah.
And I was in the hospital for like 2 days and stuff, and like had punctured lung, and my arm was coming out of my hip.
Fuck, man, happy to be alive, bro.
Oh yeah. I bless every day, right? Every day is a miracle from here on out. Like I said, I have back pain, but you just learn to live with it, man. I'm so blessed. I got a great family.
Yeah.
I got good friends. I got good people around me.
You're a good guy, man.
So
man.
Like I said, I'm just happy to be alive every day and smile.
So you don't like go for treatment every so often?
I've done everything and anything you can think of, and there's nothing that can help. That's the problem. Like it'll help for a day, but spending thousands of dollars for hours of relief just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I've done acupuncture, I've done red light therapy, laser therapy, I've done massage, I've done chiropractor, I've done everything.
Yo, bro. Have you ever like talked to somebody that does like your posture?
Yeah. I've done all. I've done all. I know I don't have the greatest posture anymore, but it's because of the pain, so I'm always hunched over.
Yeah. That's like me. Like me. I don't naturally. I don't have good posture. Like I'm forcing. You know what I mean? Like my spine kind of is like kind of crooked a little bit too.
Yeah,
right?
I used to have great, but now like it hurts to be straight up because then it puts pressure on that bottom of my spine.
Yeah, man.
So like now I kind of walk around like a little hunchback.
I don't know, bro. Like I'm hearing you speak about it, and it's just like try and find something, man.
It's been 18 years. I haven't. Well, the biggest thing that's helped for me is I do pool therapy. So I go into my local pool in Tillsonburg and I walk in the water because there's no resistance there, so you don't feel gravity.
Oh.
And so there's no pain when I'm in the water, so I can do exercise in the water.
So you love the water then?
Well, yeah. So I just go and do that, and then I have swim paddles to do arm workouts and stuff because there's no pain on my back, so I can actually work out in the pool. So and that's helped tremendously. I didn't find that till about 5 years ago, and before that, like I said, there would be days where I was in bed, like weeks I was in bed, and now on a bad day I might lose a day of my life being in bed.
So is it like a nerve pain or like muscle or?
It's nerve issues. It's compressed nerves, like compressed discs and stuff pinching on nerves.
Damn, bro. I have
two
herniated, worst, man.
2 herniated, 1 bulging, and 1 torn disc.
Yeah.
All in my lower spine, all in like tailbone to the bottom of my spine. It's horrendous.
If you could get a treatment for it and get it fixed, what would that mean to you, bro?
It would be a blessing, man.
Yeah.
I would give every penny I had and live on the street to feel better.
For real, eh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And to be off all this medication. It's not healthy for you.
Okay, so now what's amazing about that is you help out with the Special Olympics.
Yeah, man. I've been doing that for 19 years now.
Because a lot of people, bro, they have back pain and shit like that. They're not even trying to really do too much.
For the first 5 years,
outside.
I didn't do much. I'll tell you after I hurt. But, eventually I was like, do I give up and, just sit in bed all day? Or do I just suck it up and live life?
Okay, so now for the people that don't know what Special Olympics is, how would you explain?
So Special Olympics is a place for people with mental disabilities can go and play sports and learn new talents in sports. It's all based around sports. There are a few programs that aren't sports, but 99% of it is sports. Like they range from bocce ball, curling, tennis, golf, basketball, softball, all the sports you can think of. And it's for people with mental disabilities of any kind.
I have so much questions when it comes to
anything you want to know. Like I said, it's honestly, it's my passion and I love it. My athletes always say that, they're blessed to have me, but I say I get way more out of it than they do because it makes your heart
I go
feel
to a gym and I see a guy that's there, he has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And that man is lifting, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, So I'm just always wondering, like, what's your role? Like, what do you do? Like,
I coach basketball right now in Tillsonburg, and then I used to do softball as well in Oakville.
Yeah.
But they don't have softball in Tillsonburg, so I'm only doing basketball out there. And then we just started cornhole, which is like the beanbag toss game.
Yeah.
So I help out with that too. But I coach basketball there strictly, and we have 2 teams. There's different levels in Special Olympics. They have Rec, D, C, A, B, and A. So depending where your team falls is with the competition you play against when you go to tournaments and things.
Is it competitive or is it more?
So, well, it depends. The lower levels are more, let's have out like learn sport and have some fun. But like in Oakville, we had an A-level team. And in Canada, we went 306-0 over 4 years. And then the only time we lost was in the US. And we lost to like Team USA.
Oh, shit.
And we used to play like the Halton high schools here and slaughter them.
Okay.
And like there was one guy, I don't know if you remember when we were like about 10 years ago, the guy at St. Thomas Aquinas who thought he was going to get drafted in the NBA, Vlad something or rather.
No, it doesn't.
He was like 6'10" or something, and he thought he was going to go straight to the NBA from high school.
Is he Indian?
No, he was like Ukrainian or something. But yeah, he was on the St. Thomas team. My team at the time played and we beat them by 35 points.
Damn. It's a beat,
well, we
bro.
played ball, right? We passed, we ran plays and passed, and we played basketball.
How did you get involved?
So I don't remember my buddy Greg that you might have met at the condo a few times. His brother has autism. Like him and I have known each other since we were 1 year old.
Wow.
And his younger brother, who's 2 years younger than us, has autism. And so that's how I got involved. Their family was involved in it, and then I started helping out.
Greg, I need to get Greg on this show, man.
Yeah, man. Well, he's into computers. Like he knows so much stuff about computers and stuff too. You want to hear about that stuff?
Yeah. Me, Greg, go way back, man.
Yeah.
Go way back.
So that's how I got involved. Like I said, and then now I moved to Tillsonburg, and I just started doing it out there too. And it's like I said, it's been 19 years now. I've been involved between Oakville and Tillsonburg. And it's just a blast, man. Like I said, I think it's so good for the soul, man. Like every time I go, I just smile.
So do you just get put on the team or is there tryouts?
No tryouts. Everyone's welcome. If you want to sign up, and like usually there's like a yearly fee, because obviously there's gym rentals and things like that. It's never crazy. Like Tillsonburg gets $30 for the year. But if you want to play, there's a spot for you. And then, like I said, we have two teams. We have a D team and a D rec team. So depending on your level, you would play on whichever team works best for you.
What's a typical day during the games look like?
Oh, like a tournament day?
Yeah.
So we actually host a tournament. If anyone's around, come down. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But it's like, so there's gonna be 8 teams, games from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Just like a regular old basketball tournament. Just it's players with special needs playing rather than people without them.
That's big, man. That's big. That's big because communication, I feel, when you have those kind of disabilities is very key. Like, because it could be depressing that I can't do what normally, but when you're mixing and mingling with everybody with the same type of issues or the same, you know what I mean? You feel a part of something.
It's also too, like I find so many people, like, and I get it, it's society in general, but even like parents and stuff, like they almost baby their children and stuff because they say, oh, they have special needs, But no, they're so capable. You just got to push them. And like obviously you push them in a positive way, not a negative way, or push them hard. You push them. It's all positive. Like when I coach, for me personally, it's all positive reinforcement. Even if it's something that I'm trying to say, like you didn't do it right, I'll be like, that was a great effort, but what do we try doing it this way and see how that works? You know what I mean? You got to spin it with that pot. And I don't know, it's always worked for me. Like I said, every team I've had, we've always gotten stronger every year, gotten better every year. Like, and my athletes this year, like we're running like drills now at practice because they want, like we split the teams, I told you, and the higher level team, like they're like, let's learn pick and roll, let's learn this because they watch the NBA and stuff. And I'm like, well, we'll get there, but we're learning stuff like, and we play a zone defense and they know how to do that and talk to each other and play a zone.
So let me ask you this too. When you are coaching these guys, when they fuck up, do you really get on them? Like
absolutely not, never. Not me. Some people do.
Yeah, because you want them to.
It's
you know
all
what I mean?
like I said, I use positive reinforcement. If there's a mistake, be like, hey, I know you went and did this, but let's try this because that's probably going to work better. Yeah, no, like I say, and we play fair time play on my teams. Like any team I coach, it's all fair time play. So if you're on my team, you're going to play as much as the next player. There's not like my best 5 play all game and I sub people in. I rotate. I have 9 players on my one team.
So winning is not important, really.
Oh, at the end of the day, if you play hard and have fun, you're gonna win.
You're a winner.
Especially like these guys, like they want to have fun and they want to learn. And I taught them a zone defense this year. And at the level of competition we're playing, most guys can't hit a shot outside of the key. So if you play a good zone defense, they can't score on you.
Yes.
Unless they hit a miracle shot. Well, they might only hit 2 of those a day. So like I said, if we work hard, we win. Like that's what I've always preached, even in my highest level teams. If we put the work in and we have fun doing it, because you're enjoying yourself, you're going to win. You're going to win. Because even if you lose, you're going to learn something from it and then win next time.
Yes. I like that. I like your mentality how you...
Yeah, well, that's even how I approached sports when I was a kid, right? Like, I could have, I grew up playing against my cousin who's 9 years older than me, and he's 6'8", and I'm 6'3". And I played against him and all his buddies when I was like a little wee squirt. I used to get run over, just run through, destroyed, but it just made me stronger every day. I was learning something. And then when I played against people my own age, it was a joke. And it's the same with Special Olympics, right? I try and find on my guys the highest competition I can for exhibition games and stuff, because when they play against these high, we might lose by 30. But then when we play a team at our own level, it's going to be easy. And I tell them that. I say, we're here to learn and do everything the right way. And don't worry about the result. Worry about the results of tomorrow.
Yes. Share a powerful or inspired moment that you've witnessed during the Special Olympics.
There's a ton of them, but a recent one. There's a gentleman on my team by the name of Jamie. Phenomenal man, phenomenal character. And he goes above and beyond to make sure everybody is involved. And so we were at a tournament last month, and we were winning by a little bit in the game. And he went to all our team and said, hey, if they get near you, don't steal the ball. Let them take a shot. So the other team had a few chances to score. And he went to the team, and they all respected him enough to listen. And then the other team felt great. We still won by 20 points, and that didn't matter. But they got to score some baskets, and the whole crowd cheered and clapped, and it was like the greatest moment ever. But he's the one who started it as a player and Special Olympian. So that was pretty impressive for me. It just shows the character, right?
What's a misconception people have about the sport?
Special Olympics is that, unfortunately, in the commercials, they show people with pretty severe handicaps because obviously it hits heartstrings and gets donations. But these players are so capable, it's not even funny. And if you push them just that little bit, like to get better as a sportsman, but even as a human being, they're going to do it and they're going to strive with excellence. And, like I said, every team I've been on, people have gone above and beyond. These players, they get out, start having jobs and things because they get the confidence, and it just changes their whole life. And that's the biggest misconception. People think that they're going to be held back because they have special needs.
What's the difference between the Paralympics and the Special Olympics? Because I got that confused with you earlier.
Well, Paralympics is designed for, so say like someone like me, I could actually probably play in the Paralympics. It's designed for people with physical disabilities. So Paralympics is physical disabilities, like as in wheelchair, missing a limb, have a severe handicap of some sort physically. It's what the Paralympics is all about.
Okay.
And then Special Olympics is mental disability. And then there's also something that's fairly new in Canada called Unified. And what that is Special Olympians playing with people like myself and yourself who aren't people with special needs. You're on the same team playing together against other teams of mixed.
Like a co-op.
Like a co-ed sort of thing, but it's just co-ed with Special Olympians and non-Special Olympians. And that's really cool. Like you can get, because it's integrating them back into real society, right? Rather than just being around their own peers, they're getting to be around everybody.
What is a misconception that people have about the Special Olympics?
I think.
Because I thought.
I think a lot of people just don't know what Special Olympics really is. And like I said, it's a mental disability. Anybody with a mental disability can go into Special Olympics, whereas the Paralympics or the Wheelchair Olympics is people with physical disabilities. And I think those are the things that people get. And like I said, not everybody are like the people you see in the commercials. Like, obviously there is people like that, but they put some of the ones that can, play on people's heartstrings to get donations, right? Like some of the players you don't even like. I have athletes that drive on my team, but they have special needs. They have maybe a slight autism, or have some kind of learning disability or something.
So you guys are playing people all around the world?
There's World Games, there's National Games, World Games, Provincial Games. Like next year is qualifiers for Provincial Games for basketball. So if we win the qualifier, we'd be going to somewhere in Ontario to play for the Provincial Games. And if you win that, you go to Nationals. You win that, you go to the World Games. The last World Games are just in Tokyo.
Okay.
So yeah, like we had athletes, like we had a golfer from Tilsonburg. She's phenomenal. She's ranked like number 2 in Canada, and she just went to Tokyo to play golf.
Yo, I just thought of this. Why is it that people tap in so heavy to the sport when it's country versus country?
Oh, because
Like,
it's pride, right?
yeah,
It's country
yeah,
pride,
yeah.
right? At the end, like, you know, and that's the thing. Like, that's even like we were saying about the Four Nations Cup.
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
like it's the pride for playing. Like with that, like, you know, you should be proud of where you live or where you were born. You should, like, you should embrace that and love it.
Yeah, because
And,
I'm when the Olympics just happened, I'm watching sports that I never watched before.
for sure.
The breakdancing was hilarious, bro.
Well, other than the Australian,
Yeah,
like,
that was hilarious.
That was a
like,
little much. Like the whole thing was just corruption at its finest.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like it's just you have pride, right? You gotta be proud of where you live and where you're from. Like if you're not proud of that, what are you proud of? Like, You know, if you can't find something as simple as, you know, your actual nationality pride, then what are you proud of in life at all? Like, you know, that's the simplest thing to be proud of. You were born somewhere, embrace it.
You still taking those trips to St. Martin?
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, my boys live there, right? So I got my buddies that live there.
Yeah, how's I've never been.
Oh, St. Martin's phenomenal, man. One of the most beautiful islands in the world, I think.
Do you stay as a local or you're?
Yeah, I go stay with my buddies.
Local, so
and St. Martin's is such a unique island. It's actually owned by 2 different countries. So half the island is English and half the island is French.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the only place in the world that's 2 countries in one.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's
bro.
wild. It's absolutely wild. Like, is it literally 2 different countries own half of this island?
Yeah, man. I want to go. I've been telling you I want to go out there, man.
Yeah, like all the islands are nice. Like I've been to a whole. Like I love Caribbean in general, and they're all beautiful. But like I just say Martinez as a place mark because I've been there so many times, and my buddies live there, and it's one of the really. I mean, you might have seen it on TikTok and stuff. The airport. Literally, there's a beach, a road, and then the landing strip. And like 747s land. So like a 747 flies like 15 feet above your head if you're laying on the beach.
Oh, that's sick.
So there's people like sitting there with a video, like their phone up in the air, and the 747 literally goes like, you know, this mile wide plane flies 15 feet over their head.
I seen that. I seen videos of that.
Yeah, that's where it's from. Like it's such a unique experience.
Wow.
But it is a very expensive island to go to if you travel like to resorts and stuff. That's the one downfall. It's up there.
I remember you were saying, when we were talking earlier, you were saying something about retirement. You're retired?
Yeah, I sold my company after I hurt my back.
What was your company?
I started a direct sales company. So when I was at school in Texas, there was a company called Rainbow Vacuums. It's like a water basin vacuum.
Yeah.
And just for extra spending money, I worked for them on the weekends, like hustling, going around trying to sell these vacuums.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is,
so it's a vacuum.
It's a standard old vacuum, but it never gets clogged because it's a water basin vacuum.
Oh, water
so
basin.
There's no like filter. Like the filter is the water.
Okay.
And so it sucks up more dirt, everything. They're really cool. They're expensive, but they're phenomenal vacuums.
Yeah.
Like I've sucked dirt out from underneath people's carpets before with them. Where the workers had mud on their feet when they were building the house. I sucked that out through their carpet. So I worked for them when I was down there, and the way the company worked is you could either take the commission or you could bank machines.
Oh.
And so I would take my first sale as commission, so I have some spending money in college. And then every other sale, I would bank machines. When I was done school, I had 700 machines, like 700 plus machines of my own.
Yeah.
And then so I came back here and opened it and started selling them here, started my own little company out of my parents' garage. And then built it up and ended up getting into air purifiers and stuff too, and had 8 offices across Southern Ontario and owned all the buildings.
Air purifiers are important, bro.
Yeah. Well, I had like the standalone air purifiers. I had like a 7-stage filtration one that had like ions and everything, so it was killing all like the biological germ and stuff. And I got into all that and opened a whole bunch of offices. Had like 400 people working for me when I sold it, and did quite well and retired.
Oh, that's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember you by?
Tough one, right? I guess anyone that knows me on a personal level know that I would be there and do anything, but at the same time, I want to make sure I made an impact on their lives as much as they did on mine.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I just try and make a difference in the world, you know, one little piece at a time. If it's, you know, making somebody smile when their day's bad, or if it's, you know, making somebody excel in life to the point where, you know, they become a multimillionaire, whatever it is. I just want, you know, me to be able to make a difference in everybody's life I touch.
That's one thing I see. I see because I make my guests fill out questionnaires.
Yeah.
To help me write the questions for them, and I noticed in one of your responses here is 3 important things a man must have for success, and literally you're like, yo, it's just rewarding to give some of your time to enrich others.
Yeah.
That's big, brother.
Well, look at it, you know, you're only here for a small minute. If you look on the timeline of the world and life, we're here for literally a millisecond on the timeline of life. And so if you're only here for that little bit, how much, why not try and make a difference, man?
Yeah, it's true,
you know, why waste that little second of time instead of embrace it and try and flourish?
What's one thing people should say less of and do more?
Say less, me.
Yeah. Say it again?
Something people should say less is me. Should never be about me. Should be about us and you.
I love that, man.
And then the one thing they could do more is just that. Make it about other people rather than yourself. That's the problem with the world today. Everybody's me, 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 me.
It's true.
It's no one, like whatever happened to, you know, love thy neighbor, put people before you.
Yeah.
You know, even open a door for somebody. What happened to that, you know? Like, that's what needs to be done. And like I said, that's just the only thing I think about nowadays is people need to figure out that it's not about me.
Matt, it was a pleasure.
Of course, man. It was a blessing. I was so happy when you messaged me about this.
Yeah, man. And I messaged you from the get-go because I'm just like, yo, this guy's a good talker, a good speaker. And I'm thinking like I might want to have you back on here again.
Anytime, man. Even if you have somebody on where you think I could add something, I'll join in, whatever you want, man. I'm down. Like you said, this is a blessing. I love to do this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, like we've sit and talked before, you know what I mean? But we're always on the go. Like
for sure. Yeah, there's always other things on the go, for sure.
Yes, just actually sit here and down and talk with you and speak with you and like the Special, like I knew you were doing the Special Olympics, but just to hear how your view and your passion behind it, man, I look at you totally different, bro. Yeah, and that's one last thing I want to say before we get going too. If anyone is interested in getting into Special Olympics, it's all volunteer. So you're giving up your time for nothing, but it's rewarding. I'll tell you that right now. But you just go to Special Olympics Ontario website and you can look up your town and then see what they have for it. And you can apply to help coach or help volunteer in any sport. So if you're interested, do it. It'll truly enrich your life. It's a few hours a week, if that. You know, and it makes a huge difference in a lot of people's lives. Yeah, that's very big, man. That's very big. I totally forgot to ask. Yeah, no, that's all right, man. That's just the one thing I wanted to push. Like I said, it's nothing about me. It's about them. But if anybody wanted to get a hold of you?
I have my Instagram. I check it every once in a while. I don't post much anymore. It was all about the fishing stuff, but MB Fishing with no G, just MB Fishing. Yeah. Is my Instagram, so if you want to get a hold of me through that, or if it's someone that really needs to get a hold of me, reach out to you and you can pass along my phone number, of course. But yeah, other than that, like I said, it's just I'm doing everything for everyone else at this point.
All right, brother.
But thank you.
Again, man, it was a pleasure to have you on here.
Absolutely.
And have you on here again.
Anytime, man. I'll come back anytime you need me.
All right, brother.
Awesome.
All right.
Perfect.
That was like 10 out of 10.
Oh, awesome.
Huh?
That was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, man. You made it easy, bro.
It's easy, man. Like we've always got along and talked so easy. So even like the first day I met you, it was like easy going.
Yeah, man. You've always been like that. Easy
I don't know. I figured just try and be nice to everybody. Why not, right? Like, why be a dink or why be? Sorry about that one bad word I used.
No, that's all right. That's all right. That's just.
I totally forget.
I wouldn't even have thought of anything unless.
Well, that's the one word I know. That's a big no on YouTube. Yeah. that one you got to say grape.
But
yeah, that'll get you demonetized and age restricted instantly, and then it won't get any views. I had that one back because I said, goddamn, I think goddamn F, like one time in my fishing video, because I hooked myself. Yeah, age restricted, demonetized instantly. And then my next 5 videos got like 150,000 less views. Yeah, it sucked.